The Shamrock and Awe event is finally over, even though there are still some assets randomly distributed in the headquarters, but there's new shit on the horizon to discuss in the Call of Duty news of the week. Even though War Machine was a shitty score streak in Black Ops and a mediocre AC/DC song, it's the name of the second DLC for Call of Duty World War II after the name of the German Army Forces. In this trailer, which was uploaded yesterday to the official Call of Duty YouTube channel, we see that for the first time in as long as I can remember, there isn't a map reskin from a previous game in this DLC, because finally maybe they realized that old maps don't work in new games because they're designed differently. They're different games. Fucking duh. It's too bad that they got really lazy with the map names and designs, as we see first with Dunkirk that looks to be a ripoff of Bayview from Ghost with a little bit of Boardwalk in Modern Warfare 3. Then again with naming a map after a place as Egypt that looks like another Ghost DLC map in Pharaoh, even though the Nazis never even made it anywhere near any pyramids or Giza with the Sphinx during the Second World War. So much for historical accuracy there. Lastly is V2, which I guess spoils the super secretive kill streak in the game and also takes a page out of another Ghost DLC map, Ignition, by having a blast off that burns the unsuspecting victims that actually are going for flank routes. There's also a new war mode experience called Operation Husky because fat shaming was still frowned upon back during the Second World War. Set during the invasion of Sicily, it's the usual linear objectives of gathering intel and transmitting it, but there's a twist at the end. For the first time in a Call of Duty multiplayer, you get to take to the skies in a dogfighting match that will make you wish you were playing a Battlefield game, since they actually do vehicle combat much better. There's also a new Zombies map that has some frame rate issues when opening doors apparently, and looks like the most generic Zombies map ever made. I mean, why would anyone buy this new map just for this weird looking LMG? Oh, I know, it's because there's no whistling zombies anymore, just this Texas Chainsaw Massacre looking motherfucker. What in the shit is that? A laser beam from the sky? I guess Sledgehammer Games couldn't shake their Advanced Warfare roots, could they? Anyways, this DLC comes out on April 10th, first on the PlayStation 4, since Activision is spelled with a $sign. While there hasn't been a patch since the aforementioned event started, there have been several hotfixes along the way, including one yesterday that was released to reinforce the crates on shipment to prevent spawn killing, much to the chagrin of virgins everywhere who run around with LMGs and requisitions to make shipment an absolute joy to play. There is also a hotfix to have a 5-minute AFK timer in the war game mode, since people are using that game mode for AFK contract farming, even though the first objective of most maps is under 5 minutes for a timer. Seriously, why would anybody be AFK for more than like a minute or so, and why not make that the fucking threshold? It's bad enough that trying to backfill games is like trying to find volunteers for a trick at a magic show. There was also some weapon tweaks, including buffs to the fire rate of the Type 100, already my favorite weapon, and somehow making the MP40 better in regards to recoil, as if we didn't already have a World War II era game where that gun was the best weapon. After ignoring the 60-40 Twitter poll in favor of the Ricochet hardcore rule, Sledgehammer Games indicated that they'll be sticking with the baseball-esque 3-team kills and you're out rule, which is not only asinine, but if they're going to keep that rule, they should at least patch the problem where friendly name tags don't appear above players' heads and you don't realize that you killed a teammate until you look at the kill feed. I mean, just watch this shit here and tell me that that deserved a kick from the lobby. Seriously, why the fuck would you put a poll on Twitter if you're not even consider the goddamn results? Lastly, they added, then removed, updated logic to the Bronze Star kill cam calculator because apparently some of the beepity bops that were supposed to take into account weapon switching, lethal nades, and score streaks occasionally fucked up the kill cams, as if the previous incarnation of kill cams never produced a single or double kill when I've gotten triple plays before. In those hotfixes, however, a bunch of new shit was data mined as we look into the coming soon black hole, starting with those throwback perks I talked about the last time on the Call of Duty news. They will be part of a new throwback mosh pit playlist that includes TDM, kill confirmed, and domination, also while allowing you to use basic trainings, which are perks from classic Call of Duty games like the AIDS that is danger close, along with a bonus of frag times 3, as if just that base perk didn't send shivers down the spines of those plebs that really want the Modern Warfare 2 remaster to piss away their money at, as well as Commando Pro with a bonus of marathon and no falling damage, martyrdom, juggernaut, and more. However, the best piece of the new Datamine 411 is a new division being released alongside the second DLC called the Grenadier Division, as if explosives aren't already more annoying than reality TV in Call of Duty World War II. I guess they're just saving the most annoying as fuck divisions for later, much like the Pistol Tac Knife one. We will now have a division that has a noob tube! Yay! According to the damage stats, it won't be like Modern Warfare 2 all over again. You'll be much less likely to have a one-hit kill on a full health enemy, but the splash damage is greater, meaning those Fortnite-esque launcher swap mechanics will soon be in Call of Duty because, of course, they copy everything from better design games. The perks of this new division include a 4th score streak slot, similar to what Advanced Warfare did with the Streaker wildcard, Hardline to decrease the cost of score streaks that may not stack with requisitions or ordnance, and buffs to individual score streaks, including a longer time for the fighter pilot with placeholders for other ones. Even though I despise the noob tube, I might actually use this division to have my score streaks not fucking suck, which is the whole reason why I play Call of Duty anyways, and it's kind of pathetic that it takes an entire division to make that happen, because the past couple of Call of Duty games have not had decent score streaks. Placeholders for a new Scout division have also been found, however no additional information has been found on it, nor the other divisions in the set as follows: Grenadier with the second DLC, Commando with the third DLC, Scout with the fourth DLC, and the Artillery division as an extra bonus. Finally, in Call of Duty news, the original Call of Duty 4 is now backwards compatible on the Xbox One, clearly the superior gaming VCR, so this way you don't have to spend any money on a, quote, remaster. That is nothing more than the sad milking of a 9-year-old game that didn't include any of the original DLC. In fact, they charged more for it than the base price back when it was originally released, added in micro DLC, stuffed the game with loot boxes, and upended the meta by adding in weapons that weren't in the original game, yet took the stance of not altering the game balance at all since they didn't want to make changes in a completely contradictory stance. This leaves only 3 games that are not backwards compatible on the Xbox One, being the original Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3, which one has to imagine is probably because Activision is trying to figure out a way to monetize the shit out of that nostalgia. Anyways, I've been the Schwans27, out like the Michigan Wolverines, and UConn's undefeated season. Until next time.